And there is also an India connect to the Oscars. DNEG, a world-leading visual effects, animation and creative technologies company, was honored with the Visual Effects Oscar for its work on Dune Part 2 at the 97th Academy Awards. We have with us Namit Malhotra, the CEO of DNEG. Namit, thank you for speaking to NDTV. 8th Oscars for your company. That certainly is a huge achievement.
Yes, it absolutely is. It's a great moment for all the people from India and all our artists all over the world who worked on this show.
Tell us about it. I mean, the visual effects and how did you go about it? Because, DNEG has won 7 Oscars for India and this is now the 8th one.
So, in the last 10 years since we acquired DNEG, Prime Focus acquired DNEG in 2014. And since then, from winning our first Oscar for Interstellar in 2015 until now, we've had a great run and have won 7 Oscars, across these last 10 years. The opportunity on Dune obviously was incredible because we've also had the privilege of winning an Oscar for visual effects on Dune Part 1. So when Part 2 came along, it was always a bit of a, we had to really think about, can we raise the bar high enough yet again, to where Dune 1 was already at, to make this a real differentiator. And, the outcome today clearly represents that.
Yes, and it's a rare honor, particularly in a domain which has several companies running, but you have had quite a success here. Blade Runner 2049 in 2018, Inception in 2011, Interstellar in 2015. I mean, that's quite a list.
Yeah. We've had the great fortune of working with filmmakers like Christopher Nolan and Denis Villeneuve, amongst others, who've really been at the heart of why these honors happen, because it's always down to the director's vision that we follow to the T and bring these experiences to life.
And a word on how this entire immersive content and technologies, creative technologies, are taking this visual effects to the next level. I mean, when you say that this recognition is for the 8th time, which is a fact, but because it has been, you have been consistently winning it, it is also something very rare.
Well, it is rare. Like I can't confirm whether it's a world record, but it feels like it. It's like a dream run that no one can plan this sort of an outcome, and so that certainly has represented itself in a fact pattern for us. That being said, the fact is that technology and artistry are literally, they're like your two hands, and one without the other cannot exist. And in order to do great work, you need to get the best of both, and that sort of is where the combination of our technology group and our artistic group globally is really what makes this happen.
And how is it like working at Warner Brothers? The entire the team at Legendary and everyone at Warner Brothers, because the art of storytelling is a very comprehensive one. I mean, you have to have, it's not just about one part. It's all pieces of a puzzle which have to come together.
100%. So we obviously start off with the director, as always, is the captain of the ship. Legendary, we have a very old and a very successful relationship with them, all the way from the producer, Mary Parent, and the CEO, Josh Grode, have been incredible partners with us on our journey. We're actually co-producing a film with them called Animal Friends separately, which is also going to be distributed by Warner Brothers later this year. And Warner Brothers and us, again, go back almost 2 decades since, they've been one of our oldest clients, and we've had a very, very successful run in working. And a lot of our Oscar wins have been attributed to films that were produced and financed by Warner Brothers.
So let's talk about Ramayana now. I mean, that's the ultimate showcase of India, the civilizational project.
Yes, absolutely. It's a moment of great pride. It's incredibly humbling that we have the opportunity to take one of our, pieces of great culture and one of our, pieces of history and our identity and bring it to the world. And that is something that I'm incredibly passionate about. And, we're sort of applying all the learnings that I've had in my 30-year career in really bringing this epic to life and trying to make sure that we take it not just for the people of India, but to people all over the world. Because I genuinely believe that our culture and these stories and these characters are really, will have a great effect in as far as the world is concerned, to sort of experience it and learn something from it.
So, if we were to talk about a little more about Ramayana, I mean, how did you go about it, the special effects, because the journey of depiction of Ramayana has also changed significantly in several decades. I remember during our school years, we used to see a different kind of Ramayana to now.
No, I think, see, we all grew up. I think the whole nation grew up, frankly, watching it. We all know that the cities and the streets used to be shut down. So there was tremendous love and devotion that happened with what Mr. Ramanand Sagar did back in the day. And it sort of replayed itself and the numbers again in the pandemic, when it sort of beat some of the biggest TV shows in the world, with the way even the one that we all saw as children really being lapped up by the audiences today. So that certainly has been there. I think what the limitations of what technology could not do back in those days is where, and the kind of scale and the opportunity to bring that to life, for the big screen, is really where we are taking that leap. We believe that we've now got the tools, the technology, the experience, the Oscar wins to now do justice to Ramayana, because that's how much I believe it needs. You cannot just make a rendition of the Ramayana as easily, because the more I've got myself into it, the more I appreciate that it's taken me 30 years to say to you, and 8 Oscars later, that I think we're ready to do it.
Okay, Namit, your final thoughts on the day. It's been fantastic for you and your company.
It's great. I woke up, you sort of wake up to this news, or I actually fortunately saw it on the TV when the award was being given to our team. So it was incredibly gratifying. And since then, the messages and the calls haven't stopped. So it's a great day to start a week, and hopefully the rest of the year.
All right, Namit, pleasure speaking to you. Thank you and congratulations once again.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.